Unsolicited opinions. Ooh, I love those.
Come on, nigga, let's go. I've been waiting.
That's right, y'all. Welcome back to Unsolicited Opinions.
We're back.
This is season 2, episode 3. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us and watching and listening, whether that be on Spotify or checking us out here on YouTube. We're back to give you 2 unsolicited opinions from 2 brothers from the south side of Atlanta. But, you know, we got a special guest again today.
Yes, we do.
We're going to bring in our guest. We got Mr. Cedric Holloway, author and entrepreneur, coming to share his honest opinion as opposed to our unsolicited opinion. What's going on, Ced?
Welcome, sir.
What's going on with y'all, man? It's a pleasure to be here, man.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely loving the energy, man. I'm definitely loving the energy.
Well, it always helps to get a little libations, get you loosened up a little bit.
Yeah, get you loosened up. Cheers. So let's get started. Now that we have guests, we got to ask actual questions and stuff. So
Yeah.
So Ced, where you originally from?
I'm originally from Valdosta, Georgia.
Ooh.
Football territory.
Yeah,
right down there.
Yeah.
Titletown, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but hold on, but don't get it twisted though. Valdosta's known for more than just Titletown. Valdosta's, good old boy South, because y'all know the documentary on Kendrick Johnson.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, but like I still just gotta say that. Just
Yeah, you got to, but I mean, y'all known for linemen.
Yeah,
and around the corner onions.
yeah,
Yeah.
True.
Well, like when I first met Ced, I met Ced as an entrepreneur. He had his own brand, he had his clothing brand, which he still has. But that's how I ended up meeting him. He was marketing his brand, as I should say. He was hustling, and so tell us about your brand, Ced, and
yeah. So like, do you want the long drawn out, or you want straight to the point? Like,
I want a medium. Give me this medium.
Okay, this medium. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, so BAITGOD, man, is just like far as when you think about brands, it's like BAITGOD is more than just a brand.
Right.
Like BAITGOD is like far as in it's a lifestyle. It's not a trend. It's a way of life. It's a way to live your life. Bait your dreams. Bait your goals.
Okay, I was going to ask you to explain what you mean by that, but by the BAITGOD.
I've worn my BAITGOD Nelia that I purchased.
Then give me one.
You can get it online. You can get it online.
I don't have a BAITGOD shirt.
But you need to get with the program. Shit.
Why you ain't give me one when you was picking up one?
I
would have got you one.
I'm not in it. I mean, it's like we definitely get.
That's
you a
your fault.
I'm just messing with him, man. Yeah.
Nah, but either way, I'd rock my gear, and people would be like, "Ooh, I like that. What's it mean?" And then that's when I get to stumbling.
Yeah, because I've asked you, and I don't recall any good definition you ever gave me.
Yeah, but you said just gave me a great definition a minute ago. I'd like for him to repeat it, because.
I mean, yeah. So like, basically, far as in, we gonna shorten it and make it simple and sweet. You either got them on the hook or you on the line.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's like, it's just like you either being baited or
you the bait.
Or you, yeah.
Are you reeling them in,
or
you getting reeled in?
Right.
I mean, yeah, because like either you selling or being sold.
That is true. That's on everything.
That's on everything. I mean, so yeah. So therefore, that's why BAITGOD been. I just took something that's been here forever and just gave it a name.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been here forever.
Yeah.
Now, what's the site so the people can like purchase some gear? Like I'm throwing up here on screen.
Yeah. The site is BAITGODs.com.
Okay.
How did you do that? That's pretty cool.
Throw the shirt on him. Throw the shirt on.
Oh yeah, I want a hoodie.
I haven't got a hoodie yet. So it's that season now. I need to go back and get a hoodie.
Yeah, I need to get that.
And then they got the Scully too.
That'll go good with a pair of Timbs right there.
You got the Scully.
That yellow one. Look at Chris being multiracial.
For our viewers that are listening, we were throwing up some merchandise.
I don't want you to think this is just for the brothers.
Yes.
It's for everybody.
All right.
For everybody.
So from there, from your brand, merchandising, doing that all by yourself, right? Because you're the one you're doing this. You're not farming this out, or you initially.
I mean, so basically, I initially started. I started with I started with going through a company, but then far as when the transition came, I ended up getting my own print shop, and I basically was doing everything in house myself.
Okay. So as we showed you earlier, we're printing some shirts ourselves to promote. So now you got to give us some pointers.
Yeah. We just winging it out here.
I got y'all. Right?
Yeah.
I got y'all.
Yeah.
Now, now I want to transition to the book.
Uh-oh.
So
yeah.
This is the cover of the book. Title of the book is Honest. It's written by Cedric Holloway.
Holloway.
Oh, Holloway.
There you go. You're going to say the man's name right? I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, it's right there on the screen.
I'm going to take it off.
Goodness gracious.
That's what Crown do.
Yeah.
That's what Crown do.
That's what Crown do.
Watch Crown work.
That's what it's doing. Especially on your reading skills.
Right.
But anyway, I didn't have the opportunity to read the whole book. I got just this right before you came on to read just the opening chapter, prologue, fast forward in the first chapter, getting into the second chapter. And like you had explained to me, it is an easy read. I would like to read the whole book. But what I've read so far is very interesting, and I could tell something I would be interested in reading. But why don't you kind of give a little overview of the whole premise of the book?
I mean, so first and foremost, what I will say, far as in what Mr. Chris can vouch for, hey fellas, we're up one with this one.
Yeah.
Explain, please. What you mean by that?
I mean, yeah, so basically, far as Honest is really like the rebuttal to women, like basically blaming men for today's relationship status, far as just overall, because the dating world sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks on all levels. So like you have your spots here and there that you have a decent relationship, you have a decent marriage, but overall, people are just really just basically just maintaining.
Well, what I can say about I haven't completed the book, but I'm definitely 85% through the book. I do like the way that you jump from past to future, or present, I should say. So what really resonated with me was all the past episodes, because it was really like a diary of going through puberty, of what young men experience as they go through it, and it's all the stressors and the expectations and how the letdowns after the expectations, the anxiety of trying to talk to girls or being interested in a certain girl, and then those new experiences, how you're brought into sexuality and all that other stuff. All that's in this book. And when you read it, you're like, oh, I remember that time.
Right. Or it'll remind you of something similar in your life that happened. Yeah.
But you'll remember all this. And I mean, and there's some wild stories in here. This brother snuck out the house. I was never bold enough to do that. The thing will tell on you. When you open the door.
We didn't have that, so I had that problem.
Right.
And I had a basement, too. That's how I sneak out.
That's exactly what I told you. That's exactly what I told you.
Yeah, I definitely been sneaking out of that. Matter of fact, I would have been sneaking them in there. Sorry, mama.
Yeah. Oh, we did that, too.
I used to sneak women in his house because
he didn't have a basement. Hey, Shot, go around back.
Okay.
I'm going to come let you in through the back door.
But this is daytime.
Don't you be loud back there.
Okay.
But I mean, there's some escapades in here that will definitely remind you of your childhood and the angst. And if you didn't do it, one of your boys did it, and you heard it, and it was all about.
Or your homegirls did it.
Right.
Yeah.
To somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I act like we the only ones who did shit. I mean, there was other sex was a willing participant in those escapades too back then.
Right. But
they just don't talk about it like we do.
Women always been on the bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, they talk about it. They just don't talk about it like we talk about it.
Always been with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Anything for some good excitement, some good drama, they signing their name on the dotted line and count me in.
Yeah.
I mean, because I can remember in elementary school that best friends were fighting over a girl that knew that they was best friends.
Right.
She's talking to both of them, knowing they best friends.
Right.
That happened to me too. I remember that.
It's happened to all of us. And if it didn't happen to you, you know somebody it happened to. Yeah.
That happened to me too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's that old note. I mean, it goes back in our society. Girls like to see men fighting over them for some reason. Like, why? Why you want to see two dudes go at each other over you?
But there's nuggets, there's also nuggets of wisdom in here, that'll, so like, I had to go through this. I read in here, like you said, one of your players put it on you. One of the older players was like, man, I ain't got time to be out here trying to
Not
prove
older.
myself.
He around about my same age. I mean, but like he had an older spirit and like he was on a different type of, mindset. I mean, because he read and he actually was trying to do some real macking out here. So he really was studying up on this stuff, really talking to real Macs. Yeah, I'm just like, he read up on this stuff and really talked to real Macs and players. And I mean, yeah, and like that's where he came from. And he was just lacing my shoes at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
I fucking did research on macking.
Yeah.
That's
at what age were
that's
y'all
another
in?
level of
Yeah,
macking.
We was probably around about.
I'm gonna go out here and talk to some real pimps. I'll just have this visual dude on the corner with a notebook. So how'd you get this bitch?
Like, I'm talking about like real. I'm talking about like real life
Wait a
shit.
minute.
Oh,
I mean,
do you have to hit her, or you could just do it with words? Really? What did you say?
like, I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, yeah, because like he told me, I'm just like, yeah, because like everybody went through heartbreaks, and it's just like in this book, it's just like, far as I mean, yeah, because Chris was asking me, he was like, is this like about you? I'm just like, it's based on true events, and it's really like a relatable situation. It's like
Right.
we kept it relatable for anybody, because then it's like all the situations we talked about is something that people can relate to, they can identify on some level, and everything.
And that's why it's good.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you only got to like.
Yeah, I'm barely in it. Yeah,
But I'm telling you, I was like, ooh, me and Brian did that. Or, ooh, I remember this situation.
Put my business on the street, boy.
Or, they would have to read it. They would have to read it. And then guess. And then guess what I'm talking about.
I'm just messing with you, man.
They have to read it.
That's
But
all. Shit we did in the past is in the past. Yeah, I ain't worried about it.
But
Yeah.
it definitely. But like even in college, so like what I was leading into, like his boy told him, I'm not out here trying to work and do all that, and impress people. He said it says it clear as day. I like who like me, and I say that all the time.
That is one of your catchphrases, for lack of a better word, or one of your sayings.
Yeah, I said I like who like me.
Yeah.
And so in college we had to deal with the same thing. Shout out to Greg. Greg had this knack of going to the mall and coming back with like 5 women.
Right.
In the Accord, and he'd bring them back to the house.
Yep.
And he'd bring them back to the house full of dudes, because it was 3 or 4 of us living there with him.
Right.
But he'd bring all these girls back, and then he would get upset sometimes if we hollered at the girl that he initially approached that he liked,
Right.
or if she started talking to somebody else. And so we had to have this house meeting. And I was like, look, you gotta like who like you. It ain't up to us.
That's the W.
He's like, you gotta like who like. And
That's also called the path of least resistance. That's why I phrase that way too. Like, you're going to go after the one that's showing the most interest towards you. Right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you how we used to do this. So first off, I said rule number 1: don't bring no ugly bitch back. Make sure they all cute. Like if you wouldn't hit any one of them, don't bring them back. Look, they all got to be hittable. That was rule number 1. Right? He's like, Greg, don't get the one cute one and bring back 4 ducks. Because now everybody gonna be fighting over this.
Now it's gonna be a fight up in here.
It's gonna be looking like gladiators up in this bitch. But if they all hittable, bring them back.
I got a story to tie into what you were talking about.
So then we had to try to figure out how to figure out who liked who.
Yeah.
So we called it, I forgot, we had a name for it because this was like a plan. We had strategy.
You gotta have it.
Got to.
We would.
It's a game, isn't it?
Yeah. Brian, you would sit over there.
Everybody
Ced would
trying
sit
to
here. I would sit over here. We put a movie on. This when Blockbuster still
Right.
exists. Put a movie on,
Sure
pop
it's
some
on set
popcorn,
Yeah.
extra salty, make them thirsty, right?
Right.
We already got golden grain punch in the refrigerator. and you can't taste it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know that was a concoction from high school.
Yeah, we used to make that in high school. So we already got the punch made.
Yeah.
We put the extra salt on. Ooh, I'm thirsty. We're like, hey, you want a little Bacardi? And you want a little liquor inside your Kool-Aid or whatever it is?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. So now they watching us pour Bacardi in already hunch punch.
Oh, God.
They don't know, right? So we get halfway through the movie. We pause that joker. We hungry. You know, Brian, you be like, hey, I'm going to get some pizza. I'm going to the stove. Anybody want to ride with me? And the girl that be like, unless she was just like snacky cakes, the girl that liked you would be like, I'll ride.
Right.
And we'd be like, that's what we're Brian.
Yeah.
Right. And so we wait for you to come back. Everybody's sitting around. Some girl sitting next to Sid.
So she chosen already. That one's chosen. Then next.
But when you come back, Brian, you was sitting over there. Sid moves to where you was sitting. I moved to where Sid was sitting. You moved to where I was sitting. And if the girl that was sitting next to Sid follows him over there when we go start the movie, we have a meeting in the kitchen. Sid, you good?
Yeah.
Because she followed you.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, but what?
This is some insight. This is some insight, ladies. This is some game right here. Y'all need to listen to this.
Such didn't follow you.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you. You got to keep working. You know.
Right.
So we would keep shuffling.
We
keep shuffling
until we figure out who they chose.
And the girls doing the same thing.
They choosing. They choosing too.
Women always gonna choose.
You don't think? What you think they talk about in the bathroom when they all go to the bathroom together, man? Hey, girl, I'm trying to get that one over there.
Yeah, they was choosing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna fuck with him.
So we was just trying to figure out who they was choosing, so we ain't stepping on each other's toes.
Exactly.
Because with that one time that Greg came in, he had an attitude like, man, I was trying to holler at her. Well, you shouldn't have brought her ass back here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
Why you gonna bring all this meat? Why you gonna bring this meat back to the lion's den? Why you gonna bring this meat back to the lion's den? You should have stayed out the forest with that one. Don't bring it back to the den.
So
you know what's gonna happen.
We like, look, we trying to eat. Make sure you bring plenty meat back. Don't bring no spoiled or rotten meat back. Just bring some meat back.
Okay.
Because for whatever reason, I couldn't do what he could do. I couldn't go to the mall and come back with 5 bitches.
Greg got a mouthpiece on him.
Greg Walker could do that shit. And so
we would
just
him a BAITGOD shirt.
Yes, you do.
Now, y'all tell your story. You got to tell your tie-in story. You said you had a story to tie into that.
Okay, so my tie-in story, because I was like Greg, I could go out and go meet a group of girls and get them back to the house. So one situation, I went out, met some girls, got them back to the house, and it was 3 of them, but it was only me and my homeboy, so it was a third one. So I mean,
that could be a deal breaker.
I mean, so look, so matter of fact, so what I did, cause we was in an apartment complex at the time, one of them college apartment complex. So I went to a spot that I knew it was dudes at, and I was like, I walked in, I'm like, hey, do anybody want to, so basically want to smash on something, like whatever. I mean, and everybody was like, they was kind of scared. I'm like, shorty ain't ugly, and dude was like, I'll go, and I was like, all right, well, come on,
we need because we need you because if you don't, because you know what's gonna happen if you don't. She gonna be saying, hey, yeah, I'm ready to go. She gonna be sitting there telling her, I'm ready to go.
So I mean, matter of fact, because normally that like we'd already have my homeboy who would just take one for the team.
Yeah,
he was fine. And like
he ain't care.
You gotta have that one homeboy do that though.
You need a homeboy. That's
ride on
for the team.
Like any situation.
I mean, so matter of fact, so what happened was the female showed up, and the chick I was talking to, she came and sat beside me, and then she told my homeboy and the other dude to choose between the girls. Now, mind you, that neither one of them was ugly, but the one chick, she had some big feet, and like she was wearing some Nike Shox.
They had to be big enough that he remember. That's the trait.
The fact that that's one of the things that's what I'm laughing about. She has some big feet, Nike Shox, blue.
I mean, so like she had on some Nike Shox, bro. And
what color were the laces? Because you seem to remember all the details.
I'm like, so like they were like white and gray. I mean, like they were just big as hell. And like my homeboy and buddy over here trying to decide. And like it's getting awkward because like nobody want to talk to her, but she the main one somebody should be talking to because she the driver.
Right. You got to keep the driver there. You got because once driver's like your transportation.
Then so no man
ain't nobody get. I mean, yeah.
This is before Uber.
Yeah. Bingo. I'm like, so like it went from having a situation to to everybody left and ain't nobody getting nothing because
because you didn't want to holler to go to big feet.
I mean, I'm like, because honestly, after we thought about it, we looked at the old boy and we was like, honestly, bro, you really was supposed to take the one for the team.
Right.
Yeah, we came and got you.
Got you, homie.
Yeah.
She gotta be. She probably a swimmer.
You was on a 10-day contract. We brought you over to G League.
Yeah, we brought you in. And now you out here. Now you out here. You don't want to shoot.
Yeah.
You just out here running around the court. You don't want to play ball. Nothing. You cost us the game.
Yeah, you cost us the game.
And she here shaving points.
Yeah.
Talking about I want to renegotiate
my contract. Nah,
Yeah,
you
so
signed.
like, we still owe him an ass whooping.
Once you raised your hand, that was you signing the contract.
you signed the contract, bro.
Come up in
All
here.
them other dudes was like, I'm holding out.
Yeah. I'm holding out for. I want to see what else is out there.
Hey man, hey. So look here, I'm gonna tell you something, right? So like the main thing that really mess guys up really is greed.
Yeah.
Greed and trying. I mean, yeah, and it's just like far as in the situation. I mean, yeah, because you know how you be trying to shoot at chicks or whatever. I mean, but like
That goes to one of
our
our sayings.
Mm-hmm.
We got a saying for that.
Yeah.
Never give up show for Mo and end up with no.
Oh my! I'm talking about like ain't no worse a feeling when you lose guaranteed behind a maybe.
They end up with nothing. End up with nothing.
Yeah, end up with you in your hand.
In your hand, yeah.
Like, just like
Yeah.
I had the guarantee.
Don't give up the show thing for Mo things.
Don't
End up
do
with no
it.
things.
Don't do it. I mean, yeah. And the whole
Yeah.
reality about that is like the older you get, the wiser you get. Cause you be like, nah, I'm screwed. I mean, yes, like what time it is? You know what? I'm like, yes, like she gonna be. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, she ain't responding back by 9:30. Yeah, like I'm just gonna go with the show thing and just shoot at her tomorrow.
Right. Well, Ice Cube ain't say this, but it sounds like something Cube would say.
What?
A dick in the hand is worse than a dick in the bush.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, that's what it is. But yeah, greed. Yeah, you know, there's always those guys out there. It was like
man,
more.
Greedy.
Yeah.
Greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was one of those greedy, and I ended up with in my hand. Yeah, it's like I ended up with my dick in my hand on numerous occasions.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
okay,
we've all done it. We've all done it back in the
I mean,
day.
that's like
I was
doing.
giving up for show.
Yeah.
Being greedy.
Because we had it already. We're like, now I want more, and I want this more.
You want that new dude.
Yeah. And then you end up with
With
nothing.
no.
Yeah. And then you be on the phone late at night trying to go back to that for sure. It'd be too late then. Like, yeah, you missed that boat, boy.
I mean, because like the reality of the situation is that we are visual creatures, and don't nothing make a man respond like either you on some real intimate, like kamikaze type shit, or Kama Sutra. I mean, like, So
Like, we killing bitches.
I mean, well, like not Kama. I mean, yeah, what is called?
Kama Sutra.
Sutra.
Yes. I mean, yes, a Kama Sutra type shit, or like either you fucking with something old that was good, and I mean, yeah, and you ain't touched it in a while, or you got something new.
Flashback.
That's called flashback.
I mean, because ain't nothing gonna make your soldier stand at attention like those three things. I'm sorry.
Flashback booty.
Yeah.
Flashback.
Yeah, bingo.
Something you ain't had in like, we got things over 6 months.
That was
Bingo.
the rule.
Bingo. I mean, yeah, so like either
we get in
you in
trouble for
deep
this
love relationship, I mean, yeah, so like that, flashback booty, or new booty. I mean, 'cause like, ain't nothing gonna make your shoulder stand at attention. I mean, yeah, so like when you pull out, it's like
Shout out to Diesel for starting the PFL, though. I had to say that because that's where all these rules came from.
So we're not even going. No, we're not going to venture into that shit. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, so we reaching that mark where we need to wrap this up soon, but because I want to make sure that everybody know how to get this book.
Right.
That because
It's a good read. Y'all
they're
should
gonna
check it
get-
out.
yeah.
Men and women should read it.
yeah, man.
I mean, it's
if women
It's
read
good
it, they'll
story
get some
to- yeah.
explanations. They'll
Yeah.
get some explanations. But if men read it, I mean, men get explanations out of it too. But
it's entertaining and it's good read.
But you
it's
also
quick read
it's
too.
you're gonna have some reminiscing and some flashback. Some of these you've had some of these experiences. Every man can relate to something in this book.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and women can relate to it too. I mean, like if they're honest about it. I mean, because the first thing was like, who threw the first stone in this shit? I mean, like that's the question, and it's just like for me, it was just like honestly, far as looking at it, it's just like you got different generations far as with the whole thing because you got women who always attack far as well men were da da this da da that da da. I can't speak for that. I only can speak for me. And far as what I know, women started first.
Right.
I'm just like, they came off the porch shooting, like off the porch, like so I'm ducking, dodging. I mean, it's like
He like,
I'm like, I'm just like, because like most men had to go take a crash course on how to deal with women. Most men still don't know how to deal with women. That's why there's such thing as these dating coaches that grown men go listen to just to learn how to deal with women.
To talk to women, because they never learned at a young age.
I mean, because like the main thing for with a lot of men is that a lot of men are not willing to stand and not willing to lose a woman. I mean, like at the end of the day, like I don't care. I mean, basically like I was talking to you about, far as with my money, far as with the chick that I like, we was cool, but you playing with my money. And like at this point, I don't care about our relationship at all.
No,
I want my money.
I'm a livelihood. You talking about my livelihood now? Yeah, I got bills to pay. I need my dough.
bitch better have.
AMG up in here. AMG.
I mean, because likewise, the shoe on the other foot, like you wouldn't play with me.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guarantee you, if it was a situation reverse, you owed her, she wouldn't have probably been. You would have heard for her before a month, before that month that you waited to say something about it. You would have heard something before that. She would have been like the week. She would have known when y'all closed. October 7th, October 8th. You would have heard from her.
Exactly.
But yeah.
I mean,
Don't forget. We had an agreement. 25%. I'm gonna need my money.
So Ced, this is your IG, right?
Yeah, man, that's
that
IG. Honest underscore
Hit him up.
combo 78, man.
That's his IG. And where can people find the book?
Oh yeah, so people can find the book at livingoutbestdreams.com. Matter of fact, and also I got to shout out my co-author Demetrius Copeland. Shout out to you, sweetheart. It's a male perspective with a female touch, and she's definitely
That's good right there.
Yeah, she definitely put a touch on it. So
she sprinkled it.
Yeah.
I was reading. I was like, I texted him. I was like mid-read. I was like, man, who is Honest?
Right.
The main character's name is Honest.
Right.
But it's not autobiographical. I can't say that right now. But you know
Autobiographical.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
That's Grammarly over there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for saving him. Appreciate it.
So it's not, but like you said, it's based off experiences.
Based off experiences, man.
Now, were any of these, because for people that don't know, the co-author is a female, were any of these her experiences? Are these mostly based off your experiences, and then she put the female perspective?
So like it's based off things that like I had far as in what's the word that I had access to.
Okay.
So far.
I'm sure she puts. I mean, you can't write without putting a little bit of yourself in there.
So
injecting
like
a little bit of personality.
Some insight far as on some women things
and how they would say it.
So like far as in so far as in certain situations, far as how women would basically view things, or far as how women would choose. I'm like, because like everybody basically been in that situation that like far as being a nice guy, it's just like you and your homeboys meet the chicks, and it's just like your one homeboy, he damn near about to like all the way fall out with the chick and like lose it for everybody. And then when y'all work it all out, by the end of the night, when everybody's still trying to kiss and smooch or whatever, he is a touchdown for him.
Right.
While you still trying to touch a thigh, trying to see a titty or something. I mean, I'm just like he scored. So it's like, what was the difference? Like, and basically the difference was they couldn't play with him.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if y'all want more insight and a good read,
right, check it out.
Y'all check it out.
Most definitely.
B, take us out. I want to thank Ced for coming to the show. Dropping some jewels for us and giving us some good ass laughter. We're gonna see y'all next week on Unsolicited Opinions.
Ciao.
Y'all take care.